Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another, finally, what we eat for dinner in a week. In these videos, I show you how I try to make healthy, well-balanced meals using inexpensive groceries from Aldi, combined with food that we are blessed with from the food pantry. As a family, we eat low carb in general, especially for me. I have some blood sugar issues, so I eat low carb. And then as the sole cook in the house, it's easier for me to just make one meal rather than trying to tailor make 3 meals all in one day. So with that being said, you will see some modifications to it, but generally as a family, we eat low carb. So tonight is Monday night, and let's see what we're having for dinner. I made chicken tenders. These are the tenderloins are from the food pantry, and I made a low carb crust for them with almond flour, some ground pork rinds, and then seasonings. And then you dredge them in a mix of mayo and egg, and then baked them at 425 for 15 minutes, turned them, and then did another 10 to 15 minutes because I like them kind of crispy. With that, we're having cheesy steamed broccoli, and that was just, basic mac and cheese sauce, but on broccoli. And then I opened up a jar of home canned applesauce. And the kids will have that. Obviously, applesauce is not low carb, so I won't be having that. I'm just going to have an extra big portion of cheesy broccoli because that's fine with me. So that's everything for Monday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday, which means Taco Tuesday. So tonight I made this kind of taco dip-ish stuff. I took 1 onion and 1 green bell pepper and diced those up, and then cooked it with a pound of ground turkey. And then to that I added a can of drained black beans, which is a really good way of stretching your meat. And black beans, if you're doing keto, it's not going to work, but if you're doing low carb, I can have small amounts, so that works. Then I added about 2/3 or 3/4 of a pint size home canned jar of salsa. I added in about 2 cups of steamed cauli rice. You could also do regular rice if you're not doing low carb. Once again, a great way of stretching this meal. And then taco seasoning. I'm going to put this in a bowl for my kids. I'm just going to put it in a bowl, and then they will eat it with chips. I'm going to put mine on top of a salad since I can't do the chips, which is completely fine with me, kind of making it a taco salad type thing. And then we'll top it with guac or avocado, salsa con queso, sour cream. I've got the green onions from the food pantry the other day. More salsa if they want it. I've got hot sauce, and then something called cowboy candy, which is a sweet pickled jalapeno relish that's delicious, and a little bit goes a long way. And I made that a couple of years ago from our garden and canned it. So yeah, Taco Tuesday, always a fun one. All right, that's everything for Tuesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Wednesday night, like bedtime, and I completely spaced filming dinner tonight. We had soup and sandwiches. So this is a tomato soup, just home canned tomatoes, some seasonings, home canned bone broth, that kind of thing. And then this was last year I canned what I call soup starter or chicken soup starter, and it's just chicken. There's carrots, onions, homemade bone broth. And then I added thin sliced egg life noodle or egg life wraps to it that I kind of made into noodles. And then with that, I made grilled cheese sandwiches for the family. And I did chaffles for me, which is a low carb bread option. For the sandwiches, if you have a large family, one little trick that you can do is make up your grilled cheese sandwiches. So the butter on the outside, the cheese on the inside, and put them on a cookie sheet. And put them in the oven at 450 for about 10-15 minutes, and then I do like 10 minutes and check them, flip them over and cook them for another 5 minutes. And it makes I can make like my entire family grilled cheese sandwiches all at once, and it goes so much faster because while they're cooking, I can be doing everything else. So that's a nice option on getting grilled cheese in bulk made a little faster. All right, so that's everything for Wednesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, it is Thursday night. Tonight we are going to have barbecue pulled pork. This was actually a pork shoulder from, not gonna lie, one of the first times that we went to the food bank. And it's been in the freezer because it was this massive piece of meat and I was just kind of intimidated and overwhelmed on what to do with it. So finally I just said, you know what, I'm gonna throw it in the crock pot. I let it go all day, like literally it started at like 8 o'clock this morning and just let it go all day. So it's pretty tender. The rest of it I'm actually going to leave in there and maybe until morning because it still isn't falling apart all the way through. But I just shredded off some of it and then put barbecue sauce on it and stirred it up. We are also having coleslaw, which is kind of my go-to quick and easy side. We're going to have some deviled eggs because our chickens are producing gangbusters right now. So we have a bunch of eggs at any given time. So my kids love deviled eggs, so that'll work. And then we got this at the food pantry today, which you will already have seen that video. And excuse me, we're just gonna do some chips with dinner. I'll let the kids pick whatever flavor they want. So that's dinner for Thursday night. We'll see you Friday. Friday night at our house means pizza night. So tonight I had these pizza crusts that we got from the food pantry. Let me grab the package right quick because I saved it to show you. They were these ultra thin crust pizzas. And so I made those 3. There's a meats, Hawaiian, and a pepperoni. I also did some baked asparagus and then some peas and corn because I have several that don't like asparagus. So either way, somebody has a vegetable. And then for me, for low carb, I just made myself some pizza chaffles, which is just, I took my normal pizza, or my normal chaffle recipe, which the Keto Twins here on YouTube is the recipe that I use. And then I just added some Italian seasoning and some pepperoni, like chopped up pepperoni to it. And then I might dip that in pasta sauce. More than likely, I'm just going to eat them because I like them really crispy. And it is late. It is 7:30, but I was canning and it's done, but it's dropping heat now and pressure. I was canning butternut squash soup. So, yeah, I got it started late because I was tired and needed to lay down for a while and take a nap with the baby. So yeah, that's everything for Friday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Saturday night. Saturday, I always try to make a big dinner, kind of what you would typically have on a Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. So tonight we have a whole roasted chicken and I just kind of smothered it in a bunch of different herbs. I like to just open my herb drawer and season with my heart. So then I just roasted that until it was done. With that, I did some sweet potatoes and I also did some Brussels sprouts and I just kind of chopped up like a couple of slices of bacon and put in with it as it was cooking. And then I needed another vegetable, and my Aldi has not had cream cheese in like months. And I have been craving jalapeno poppers, which obviously is not like, this doesn't go with this meal, but they just sounded really good. And I've had the jalapenos cored and cut in half in my freezer since this summer when I grew them. So there's half hot ones, and then these are just regular peppers for the kids. And I didn't even like put cheddar cheese in them or anything. I just went super lazy and did it. And then I also have a special treat going into the oven. These are some of the apple pie filling apples. And then I had a sheet of store-bought pie dough that needed used. And so I thawed it out and just kind of cut it into wedges, kind of like making crescent rolls, and just wrapped one apple each with just kind of like a sprinkle of cinnamon in there. And I'm going to bake those until they're done. I would say probably 20, 25 minutes. just to make sure that because the apple was still frozen, the pie dough is raw, all of that. So that's kind of a special treat. Because normally we don't do dessert. We do dessert on Friday, but like I said, I had that pie dough, I had those apples, and it just sounded good. So something different. So if you are new here, I don't cook on Sundays. Sunday morning, the kids usually eat leftover pancakes and muffins, hard-boiled eggs, fruit, cheese, whatever we have on hand. And then for lunch, we don't get home from church until late. We don't usually eat until like 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I pull out all of the leftovers from the week, which is part of the reason why I make a big meal on Saturday. And then I pull out all the leftovers and let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. It makes for some interesting meals, but it gets the leftovers used so we don't have the food waste. And then Sunday evening, we have a late dinner. Usually we don't eat until like 7. I just pull out a bunch of snacky stuff, crackers, cheese, meat, goat's cheese, dried fruit, anything like that. I pull it out and set it out on the counter. And then once again, I let the kids pick and choose. And for that meal, I even bust out paper plates. So I really try to take that, keeping the Sabbath holy and resting to heart. And it's good for me. It allows me to have a day of rest that then I start over on Monday with feeling a little bit more refreshed. So that is our week of meals. I will try to remember to put any pertinent recipes in the show notes. If you have any questions about anything that I've made, just let me know. And I will try to answer any questions. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.